The Goat House is back with my favorite picks and locks for the conference championship round of the NFL playoffs. Excited about these picks. Maybe some of them a little bit different than normal, but let's break them down. I don't have any locks when it comes to the actual spreads on the game. If I had to pick, I go Chiefs -1.5 in Washington +6. But alternate lines that I feel really good about, you can pair these two together. Chiefs +3.5. You could go Chiefs money line if you're pairing it with the Commanders. I think more likely than not, even though it's close to a 50-50 game, more likely we know the Chiefs probably figured out like they normally do at home. And I do have them winning. But again, the Bills are good enough to win that game. But where I feel really good about it, +3.5. In the Commanders, actual line is 6, but 7.5. So just a little bit of an adjustment. You feel really solid about that. So that's where I'm at with the alternate lines this week. I really like this over pick this week. Bills, Chiefs, over 47.5 total points. My final score prediction was 30-27. So that is a 57 total. So it crushes that. Maybe that's a little bold having it that high. I think it's going to be a shootout. The Chiefs won a lot with defense last year, and their defense is still very, very solid. It's not as good as it was last year. And the Bills, there's just so much. I know they don't have Stephon Diggs anymore, but there's just so much more you have to account for. Josh Allen's playing a lot better, especially taking care of the football. They have a running back trio. They have several weapons. The Bills are going to move the ball. They are going to score. They're going to take care of the football against the Chiefs. And the Chiefs, the offense got better and better as the year went on. It's much better than the last time they played Buffalo. There was some scoring in that game as well. They got Hollywood Brown back in the mix. I think he's going to be more of a factor. We'll talk about him in a little bit, some more too. I think he's going to be a factor. Xavier Worthy's really coming along. They got a collection of running backs now rather than just Pacheco. The Bills' defense, a little beat up, not as beat up as it was last year at this time, but the Ravens were moving the ball, especially given they turned the ball over a bit. They had mistakes. They were moving the ball on them. So I see scoring in this game. Give me the over on this one, 47.5. The official is Clete Blakeman, and games officiated by him tend to go over. That's an odd trend, but that seems to be a thing as well. So I like the over in this game. Maybe my favorite pick that isn't a player prop on the week here. Parlaying some props that are really standing out right now, and there's a lot of Chiefs on this page, so I apologize if that is a little boring to you, if you're all tired from hearing about the Chiefs, but that's what stands out for me right now. A parlay kind of has to do with the Chiefs game here. I'd say pick them to win. You may say it's a 50-50 game. You may say the Chiefs maybe have the edge. I think they find a way to win that game. Even if the Bills outplay them for majority of that game, the Chiefs probably find a way to win at the end. Now, if the Chiefs outplay them for majority of the game, they're going to win the football game. So I'll take Kansas City. Again, the Bills have a shot, but if you want to pair Chiefs money line with the Chiefs over of 26.5, I think they score at least 27 points. And then you want to take an over, adjusted a little bit. Definitely should go over 46.5 total with the Bills and the Chiefs combined. That's +220. All three of those things should happen. If you think the Chiefs are going to win, if you're over there thinking like either you really don't want the Chiefs to win or the Bills are going to win, then do not take that parlay. Some props that are really standing out, they're both Chiefs props. I looked at all the options for the Commanders, Eagles, Bills. These are the ones that stand out the most. Maybe it's a little bold just because Hollywood Brown didn't really do much last week. Him and Mahomes almost connected on a deep pass, but the two other games he played, he had 4 or more catches and 40-plus yards. This is what they brought him in for. That big-time receiver that really fits Kansas City Chiefs ball. Big-time outside receiver that fits that, with his speed, his home run ability, if you will. They're going to get him going. DeAndre Hopkins is playing less. You look at the snap counts last week, and since Hollywood Brown's coming back, he's playing a bit. Worthy plays the most, but Hollywood Brown played a bit second most snaps out of the receivers by far, actually. So he's catching up to Worthy. I think the focus will be Worthy and Kelsey, right? So I think Brown, he can hit that 38.5 total in one catch. And his receptions prop is 3.5. I also like that. He should get 4 catches. Based off those 2 games he had production, you would say that maybe the receptions are a little more likely. I got a feeling on this. I think the outside, attacking those corners that are a little banged up right now, even if they play for Buffalo, and that's where the Chiefs make their money here. And then the other receiver, Xavier Worthy, who's been on absolute fire, over 4.5 receptions. Seems like it's been a lock recently in the second half. They're down the stretch right when the Chiefs offense started picking it up. They're going to get him the ball in several different ways. he's been hitting this over and over again. So I do like that as well. Again, I like Hollywood Brown receptions, but Marquise Brown receiving, it's a maybe a little bit risky one because he could finish the game with 0 catches. I don't think so, but he could. But I think he hits that in just 2 catches is all he needs. He could score on a bomb as well, or have a hit a big play. Mahomes can hit him on a big play down the sideline on a that's more than 38.5 receiving. So that one really stands out. I talked about Austin Eckler, 50 plus rushing plus receiving yards in the score predictions video. I ended up bringing that up. The odds have gone down on that, but I do like that. I think he is a key factor in that game. The Eagles guys' lines are so high. Maybe you go A.J. Brown. Maybe it's low because on the receivers because the passing game has been underwhelming, but weather's going to be a little bit better. Maybe they get him going, but we'll have more props, bets, parlays on our Twitter /X at GoatHouse NFL. So join us there. Leading up to game time, we always post different, best picks of mine. They've been working out this year. Anytime touchdown picks. Josh Allen, probably the best pick. Saquon Barkley should be. I've done pretty well with the touchdown picks this year, but for whatever reason, every time I put money on Barkley, it's like the few weeks he doesn't score. So I've had bad luck with specifically Barkley, but Hurts is a little banged up. The Commanders are a very good football team. The one thing they're very bad at is stopping the run. Barkley always goes off on them. He should find the end zone. First touchdown of the game could be a good option there as well. Terry McLaurin's been on fire. He's targeted more than anyone else in the red zone, in the end zone for the Washington Commanders. We've been putting him up here the last 2 weeks. He's been scoring. So it's a tougher matchup, but it just takes a couple targets in the red zone. He'll probably score. James Cook is plus odds. I knew they could be game planning for Josh Allen this time around, and then James Cook could find the end zone. I think McLaurin, Cook, and Kareem Hunt is even better plus odds pick. Just seems to be the guy still, even with Pacheco back. I'm just waiting for Pacheco to get more reps, but Bills don't stop the run too well. Hunt just gets a lot more snaps than Pacheco still. He's pretty good around the goal line. He seems to walk in or break a tackle and get in. They can hand him the ball. They can throw him the ball. So that's a pretty good pick for, I want to say, plus 190. It's starting to go down. It was plus 200. And a sneaky pick. I'm all over Hollywood Brown this week. This is because it's what they brought him in for. This right here, again, he's been coming back from the injury. I think he's got to be good to go. He's second in snaps and then increase in snaps, a lot more than DeAndre Hopkins, just behind Xavier Worthy. I think the focus would be on Kelsey and Worthy. And the outside corners aren't the best for the Bills. I mean, Rasul Douglas is pretty good. Benford's pretty solid as well. A little banged up. They're a little banged up at the safety position. Taylor Rapp. They're going to attack the outside. And Bills will run some cover too. They're going to try to get Brown to go down the sideline. Mahomes going to try to hit that hole shot. It's going to be a big chunk of yards off that one catch alone. That's going to happen at some point. And it could go for a touchdown. He could have that deep shot for a touchdown. He's going to get his targets. Again, the focus will be on other ones. So plus 255. I'm not saying throw the house on that. It's just a sneaky pick. I mean, Xavier Worthy's a sneaky pick as well. Eckler, Brian, the couple Commanders running backs, Brian Robinson Jr. and Eckler could be sneaky picks, but we'll see. Those are my favorites of the week. I've been really liking the plus odds pick. Last week, my favorite was Josh Allen. That hit. He scored a couple times the week before was Terry McLaurin. That hit. So Allen and Barkley this week. Barkley never is, but those are not plus odds picks. McLaurin barely is. Cook is a pretty good one. Hunt seems to be the one that's standing out to me right now. Earlier in the week, I wasn't really feeling that, to be honest, but now I'm feeling that. Again, the Bills don't do the best stopping the run. Hunt just seems to be the guy. The only scary part is that any given time the Chiefs could go, we're liking Pacheco. We're going to play him a bit more because he's coming back from injury, so that's the scary part there. But those are my favorite picks this week. Unfortunately, college football is done. We hit on a lot of those this year. We ended it good with that Riley Leonard touchdown first drive of the game. We got that, so cannot wait to do these picks again next year. We have unreal amount of offseason content on this channel already starting to roll out, covering the draft, free agency, trades, everything. The coaching cycle right now, pretty crazy. We got you guys covered. Check out those videos on the channel and a lot more to come. Senior Bowls next week. We always are covering that fully, so really exciting times. Like, subscribe, turn notifications on. It's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.